to talk about this development is a public affairs analyst, Ekene Ezeji. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
What was your immediate reaction when you saw the video?
Not again, because we're still reeling from the Koza story, and we really needed to have some good news. This, for me, isn't good news.
The senator, according to the report, called an inspector of police during the course of that incident, who in turn promised to reach another higher ranking official to help him deal with the case. Do you see this as maybe an abuse of authority, considering the fact that ordinary Nigerians sometimes find it difficult to get rapid response from the police when there is an emergency situation?
Yeah, I'll take away the maybe and say definitely it's an abuse of power. It's ironic, really, because when you read his statement, his manifesto, he says the reason he ran for senator was because he was tired of the abuse of power of others. And he's doing the very thing, if not worse, because I don't know if we've seen this degree of abuse yet. It's not been portrayed on camera in this way. I know it may look like I'm rushing to judge him, but I think the actions alone, thankfully this time we have video evidence, irrespective of the context, slapping a woman repeatedly when she was not doing anything to defend herself. It just sounds the optics are terrible.
Yeah, but he has come out in a quick response to the backlash to say that the video is what we have on social media right now is a shortened version of the entire video. He tried to explain himself, saying this happened before he became a senator. He also said he went there on the behalf of his sister. He was trying to rescue her from a situation. He alleged that the sister actually fainted from being assaulted at that venue. He also said he was assaulted at the venue, and none of this was captured on camera, but he intends to, provide an extensive statement on the development. And he also alluded to the fact that as a politician, he's probably being put on the spotlight. Why is this video coming out now?
Again, if this senator gets away with this, I'll be very, very disheartened. Because there are too many signposts that tell us that the system is bankrupt, and we need to start from the fact that why is someone like him running for office and managed to displace, I think it was Binta, I forget the other senator, by a significant margin? Why was he put forward as the PDP candidate? Are we telling us that we don't conduct more? I see that his conduct doesn't give me much to recommend him. He doesn't come across as a professional.
Not much seemed to have been known about him before now. So would you judge his character entirely on this video? Will that be a fair assessment?
I feel disappointed that he even feels the need to try and defend himself on the basis of what he's saying. Why is he calling an inspector general of police? Clearly, the police have better things to do than to be, getting involved in a squabble between him and a shop assistant in a sex toy shop. This is someone who, even from his conduct, why are you on the phone? Why are you on the phone when I'm talking to you? He's carried away with himself. There's a sort of intoxication with power. It's not difficult to see the signs. We've seen this kind of behavior in previous times. So okay. I'm not encouraged. I'm disappointed that both he and his wife are even coming out to say anything. Because
okay, I need to interrupt you. Hold on to your thoughts. We'll come back to you. We have our correspondent in Abuja, Amadine Uyi, on the telephone, live at a venue of protest to bring us up to speed on what's happening. Amadine, thank you for joining us.
Yes. Felicity, the protest, actually there were two protests. It was just one protesting group, but they splitted themselves into two. One, the first part of the group headed for the police force headquarters in Abuja, and their demand was simple. They wanted the Koza rape issue. They wanted the Nigerian police to commence investigation. And then the second issue was the issue which had been trending of a federal lawmaker from Adamawa North who had assaulted a young lady at a sex shop. They wanted the police to commence investigate the senator. But the second group headed straight to the National Assembly and added one more demand. This time they said they want an open National Assembly. They wanted the budget, expenditures, and expenses of the National Assembly to be brought open, and they wanted lawmakers to reduce their pay.
Amadine, let's focus on the issue of the senator who was accused, who is seen on video assaulting a shop assistant. Now, there is a report that his arrest has been ordered by the IG of police. Can you confirm this development?
Presently, I'm at the Senate and I'm working towards confirming that. But you know, it doesn't just happen, because even if his arrest has been ordered within the National Assembly, he has immunity. Outside the premises of the National Assembly, he can be arrested. But I do not think the leadership of the National Assembly at this early stage in the 9th National Assembly will want to begin to have conflict with the executive. Because whether you like it or not, the police force is an integral part of the executive arm of government. So I think it's something that the police leadership will still have to sit down with the new leadership of the 9th National Assembly before he can be arrested.
All right, Amadine, I still have another question for you. This protest that is ongoing on various issues, has there been a response from authorities on this particular case so far at the venues of the protest?
No, the first public relations officer came out and assured the protesters that the police will commence investigation into the issue. You know, before now, the controversy had been that the sales assistants had not reported any matter to the police and had not filed any criminal charge against the senator. And there are rumors that the senator is claiming that the incidents happened before he was sworn as a member of the National Assembly. So in the next coming days, different angles will still open up concerning the issue. But we're on ground following up on events.
Thank you very much, Amadine, for your comments. All right, we still have with us in the studio, Ekene. Thank you for your patience.
No.
Okay, you've had his response, their protest already, and celebrities are also coming out to condemn the action of the senator, and most of them are calling for his arrest. Do you think this arrest will actually hold while we await confirmation that he has been arrested or that the IG has ordered for his arrest?
We dearly hope that the arrest will hold. Otherwise, it's going to be further evidence that really, even though, again, funny enough, his motto is the voice, this is this senator, the voice of the people is the voice of power. This is where we want to see the voice of the people actually wield some power. We want the voice of people to be taken more seriously. He deserves to be arrested, even as an ordinary citizen. I'm not really sure why he's trying to be strategic about arguing when he was senator or when he wasn't senator. It even proves that he was unfit to be in the office in the first place. So I just feel very disappointed. I feel our people are still playing, the people at the helm are still playing politics with our lives. Why would you put someone as incapable with such a bad character profile in such a position? He's a lawmaker and yet he's displaying attributes of lawlessness. Do we not care where Nigeria is going? Do we not care who we put in charge of our Commonwealth? I'm so disappointed that this is coming to light. We had suspicions of this, but to actually see it like this and then to hear him defend himself in this way, it's totally disheartening.
An accused person has a right to defense until, sometimes they say evidence might look like you're guilty until somebody comes and analyzes.
You see, Felicity, at this point, we're looking towards some show of remorse, because what we gather from the Premium Times is that he didn't reach out to the person. Let's even say he had reason to be provoked. You've slapped someone to the point where their ear is inflamed, they're in hospital. You haven't reached out to them as a human being, you know, as somebody who feels compassion. You haven't done that. No. Instead, you come back to the shop and you're demanding the CCTV footage. They have to lie to you to say the camera is faulty, and you go away making threats. The people are afraid, the victim and the shop owner, you know, people concerned with the incident are afraid to say anything.
Yes, I was actually going to ask you, because in the report by the Premium Times, they said the victim and the shop owner are afraid of a violent, that's the words they use, violent backlash. Do you actually see that happening?
Of course, if someone can come back, that description gave me chills. You come back later and your concern is, give me the footage. You feel so powerful that you can call the AIG of police and say, arrest this person for being rude to me. That's the kind of person that, you know, the mafia, it's kind of mafia behavior. You feel you have power at your disposal and you use it any way you like for your own you know, your own joy or your own satisfaction.
I want you to speak quickly on this, because some Nigerians seem to be thinking that visiting a sex shop by a public official is irresponsible. Is it really irresponsible for him to be in a sex shop, or it is his conduct as a public official that is under scrutiny?
The truth is, I've tried to avoid the sex shop thing. I hope you've noticed, because I just think it further muddies the waters. But let's get to it. Why is he going to a sex shop with public officials? He has an entourage. He had his policemen. It shows that there's a certain effrontery. There's a certain, you know, impunity. Yes, we know that sex shop behavior is not the kind of behavior you want to associate with leaders. So even if you're indulging in that, it's no crime, fine, but you don't need to do it blatantly. You know, and you're doing it in such a way, you're bringing your people in, and then you're assaulting a shopkeeper. It tells us something about your mindset. I really think we need to look into his mindset, whether he's mentally capable to have undertaken the office in the first place.
Thank you very much for coming on the news.
Thank you for having me.